Vjump scans are in, and it looks like we have the theme for the 9th anniversary. How's it, everybody? Celtic Link here. We're back for another Dokkan battle video, and we have the 9th anniversary Vjump scans. Well, sort of, right? We have the Vjump scans for this month, January, which are hinting us towards the theme. It's just the one page this year, and I think it's got a little more than people realize here. So let's just go ahead and talk about what we see. So obviously we got the 50%, now 60% support EZAs here. That's the main focus on the page. But if we look down here at the bottom, we can see the hint towards the 9th anniversary. We have the banners for the logins and the missions for the 9th anniversary, right? So this is the login and countdown missions for the 9th anniversary. So we can see here they used Goku and Frieza and Hit and God Goku, the God Goku from that card. So I would say that this heavily indicates that at least a portion of the anniversary will be Tournament of Power themed, right? And if we look at previous anniversaries, right, if we look back at the 6th anniversary, which we know was UI Goku and Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta, we kind of get an idea of this from looking at the missions, right? When we look at the 6th anniversary countdown campaign, we can see that they used Blue Goku and Vegeta for this one. And then for the missions, where is it? Scrolling down here, they used Blue Goku and Vegeta from the Fizz, Blue Kaioken, and Blue Evolution Vegeta cards. So knowing that, and knowing that the final day banner looks like this, right? That is this right here, this banner right here is the same as the one we see here on the scan, right? The 9th anniversary, 1 day left. That's what that is. So I mean, that's a pretty heavy indicator to what we're going to see. 1 day left, Goku and Vegeta from Tournament of Power. I would say that pretty heavily indicates Tournament of Power. Looking at like the 7th anniversary, which we know was the gods and the LR Super Saiyan Force, right? The theme of that year was Goku and Vegeta's rivalry. So, right, knowing if we see what was the 1 day left one, right? The 1 day left screen was Blue Evolution and UI sign. So that one a little less of an indicator since it was, you know, it wasn't really a card that we got, unlike the other ones, but I mean it does fit the theme of Goku versus Vegeta, right? The countdown screens began with their initial encounter, ending with them working together at the end, and then of course with the two cards were them working together. So, you know, makes, you know, it kind of fits the theme. And then I think the right, and then the main screen here for the missions was just Goku and Vegeta from the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie. So they pretty much fit the theme of Goku and Vegeta between the two. And then, you know, if we look at the 8th anniversary, we get the same thing, right? The final day countdown, Power of Wishes / Spirit Bomb. This one was a little less more so, like, if we didn't know prior to the data download that we got this, right, prior to the first day, if you're someone who didn't pay attention to the data download and see the spoilers, right, if we didn't know what the theme was from the live stream prior to the release of this, it would have been kind of hard to make the jump to this, right, based on what the countdown missions were, because none of these scream Power of Wishes or Spirit Bomb, right? So I think without knowing the theme, it would have been hard to make that jump. So, but it did still fit the theme, right, once we found it out. So the missions here, a little bit different on this one. It did show Z Goku and Vegeta from the fight against Kid Buu, which, I mean, ended up being one of the cards. So they all kind of are variations on the theme, right? Nothing here wasn't something that wasn't indicated within these missions and within the trailers that we already knew, right? The two teasers we got already showed Resurrection of F and Battle of Gods, and both reference the awakening of God Ki. So I think it's I mean, it'd be pretty hard to make a leap that this was anything other than UI Goku. As far as what the other LRs could be, who knows, right? Maybe one is maybe we get a redo of the transforming ones, the Int and AGL, right? Maybe one is a combo card, Goku and Vegeta, UI Goku and Blue Evolution Vegeta, and then the other is like, I don't know, 17 Frieza and Goku or something, right? We still haven't gotten that card. And then, you know, who knows what part 2 is going to be. It's hard to say. There's a couple theories floating around that this actually signifies the end of the Tournament of Power, which means we are getting whatever comes after that, and they're basing that off of, right, the previous the previous countdown missions, right? But those all seem to be based around worldwide, not necessarily not necessarily any of the other anniversary countdowns, right? All the anniversary countdowns don't really count down a saga like the worldwide ones do, right? The worldwide ones usually recount the events of previous sagas leading into the one that they're about. Anniversary doesn't typically do that, as we can see here from these others. It's a countdown of sorts, but not really when you look at who the eventual units and the themes of the celebrations are. So hard to say. And I mean, realistically, when we look at the units possibilities, obviously they can do anything they want, but when we look at categories, right, if the category is movie heroes, there's basically no one they can easy A for the celebration. They would have to reach into maybe some movie bosses for the easy A's, but then again, that only leaves LR Tech Broly and maybe Bojack, but they wouldn't really fit a theme if the theme is Dragon Ball Super. So I mean, there isn't much to work with in terms of easy A's, and then obviously superhero being a newer category, there isn't much to work with here that wouldn't also be more reps of Universe 7. I have seen talk of it just being a general Dragon Ball Super celebration. After all, this year marks the 9th anniversary of Dragon Ball Super as well, so that is a possibility. Hard to say, but I do think at a minimum Tournament of Power is at least someone related to the theme, because after all, we do know the Part EX will definitely easy the 6-year LRs with the UI Goku and the Blue Evolution Vegeta, so they could also throw in the easy A's for Golden Frieza and U17. We could see easy A's for, like, where is it, Fit Boo, for where are they? The Tech Caulifla and STR Kale. STR Kefla can easy A. Who else has an easy A? Blue Evolution Goku and Vegeta stand a chance at easy A during the celebration. UI Sign, right? There's a lot to work with in that category. Oh, Golden Frieza too. Where's he at? This guy right here also stands a chance of easy A-ing. And I mean, after all, they've easy A'd and released a bunch of Tournament of Power stuff throughout this year, and I mean, all of them are still missing that key thing that would make the teams that they're on work. So a new Universal Survival Saga character, especially a Dokkan Festival LR, could definitely be possible, right? Jiren could be a possibility as one of the counterparts, or maybe Part 2 LRs as well, him being as like a Dokkan Fest or a Carnival LR. I could definitely see that happening, but I'm definitely, as far as with what information we have available right now, it does seem like Tournament of Power is the most likely candidate for the theme of the celebration, but we shall see, right? We should be getting a live stream here in about 4 days time, so we will know officially what the theme is in that celebration, in that live stream. So make sure you guys stay tuned to that. We will definitely be doing maybe not a live react, but we will definitely do a recap when it's all said and done. One last thing, there is a note here of another stage being added to the movie Bosses Red Zone, but I don't think it's anything related to the theme. I think this is more related to the current celebration that's going on JP Dokkan than it is related to the upcoming 9th anniversary countdown. But we shall see who it ends up being. I'm pretty sure it's going to be either Beerus or Hirudegarn, one of those two. We'll see when it releases. So, anyways, guys, that is it for the video. That is the Vjump scans. That is what I believe is likely the theme of this year's celebration. Let me know what you think this countdown screen means, and let me know what you are hoping for the 9th anniversary. I'm sticking with at Tournament of Power, at least for part of the celebration. We'll see what happens for the other half of it when the time comes. But I'm curious, what do you think? Let me know in the comments down below. Otherwise, guys, as always, thanks for watching, and aloha.